We've all made bad hires by missing red flags on resumes or by not seeing the red flags altogether. A great and a bad hire are both often a result of your interview process. At Express, we use a comprehensive 3-step interview process to ensure both the job seeker and the business that we're working with is fully informed of what a fit looks like. In this video, we're going to expand on the first interview, which focuses on the resume of the job seeker to help us understand why their path and our paths align. My name's Brent. I own the Vancouver Express Employment Professionals office here in Vancouver, and we see ourselves as HR doctors. In our previous videos, we discussed our comprehensive job order process, the needs analysis and recruitment strategy, how to write internal job descriptions, external job postings, and why you need a comprehensive interview process. If you want to run the recruitment process on your own, you need to define these systems and processes to ensure you and your team understand the path that you're going to follow, which ensures that steps aren't skipped and great candidates aren't missed. I personally look at a resume review and the entire interview process as one big mathematical equation. The candidate application, resume, and interview, and our description, vision, mission, and interview are the parts of the equation that we know, and it's our job to uncover and clarify all of the variables to ensure the candidate path and our position requirements equal a positive result. As such, our first point is the first step that needs to be completed before the interview, and this is the pre-interview resume review. You should identify and prepare the questions you're going to be asking the candidate. We typically review a resume from the bottom up and look for everything from duration of previous positions, gaps in employment, progression, internal position changes, education, and anything else that might be listed that sticks out as a concern or a standout benefit that warrants further discussion. It's critical to make notes on the resume, whether you use a highlighter or figure out a system that works for you like sticky notes or anything else along these lines to ensure that you don't forget to address these strengths or weaknesses during the interview. Point 2 is framing the interview. In the first few minutes, you want to let the candidate know about the process that you're going to follow and what they should expect. I typically break the ice with a few questions about their week or weekend so far and lighten the mood as best I can. Once we've connected, I'll share that we first intend to review the resume, and then next we'll share some details on the position, lastly, answer any questions they might have about the position or the company, and determine what next steps will look like if there's a fit for both sides. Sharing these details will give the candidate some comfort and control in the process and help them understand what to expect. It shares the control and also gives them the ability to uncover any critical details about the position or company later in the interview. Our next point and step in the process is how to go through the resume with the applicant. We typically go through the resume from bottom to top in chronological order, and depending on the applicant, this could start with their schooling and learning more about the programs that they were in. Moving to their career experience, our goal is to dig into each position and better understand the progression and changes they made throughout their career. In each position, we typically ask why they joined the company, what position they started in, if they were promoted or moved to any other positions or departments, and what triggered these changes. We also look to uncover what they were earning when they first joined and when they left, why they finally left, and if they resigned, were laid off, or terminated. And finally, if they could provide a reference to collaborate what they've shared. Some key points and takeaways with the above. With almost every position, you should be asking why they joined and why they left. Confirm the dates listed and ensure that all the dates make sense. Ask about how they departed, and if they did quit, ask how much notice they gave. If they were laid off, ask if they were marked as rehirable, and if they were terminated, try to understand why, as this isn't always a deal breaker. Be aware of the commonly used term, it was a mutual decision. Either they quit or they were let go. The most important thing I look for here is honesty and continuity. I mentioned above that I ask about compensation very early in the process. It's one of the last questions I ask about in a position, but it's a great strategy to better understand the progression and earnings throughout their career. This will help greatly when we get to our position to better understand why they might be above, in line, or below our compensation offering. Lastly, we feel it's critical to uncover their personal contributions to a position in business. If the dates all line up and the dollars make sense, the most important thing that you can take away from the interview is how their previous experience and skills aligned and provided value to depict a fit with your position and organization. You can prepare some questions about what's critical in your organization and look to uncover fit and correlation with their previous path and trajectory. As mentioned early on, once you've asked and uncovered everything you need to know, you should then take some time to share with the candidate what the position entails and what a fit looks like for your side. Open the floor to them, have them ask any questions, whether it's about the position, the business, or your position with the company. If you feel there's a fit, then invite them back for whatever the next step in your process is. In our business, Interview 2 is an in-depth review of our internal position description and our core values. These are shared with the candidate immediately following the first interview, and we close things off by scheduling a second interview with them right then and there. Whether you partner with Express or run the process on your own, please take the time to go through these steps before moving forward with your interview process. We feel that it's so important that we do this for every search that we take on. Thanks again for tuning in. If you'd like more info on Express, please visit our website, Facebook, or our LinkedIn pages, which are all linked below, and feel free to reach out with a call, email, text, or ask us any questions that you have about our interview process or your next hire.